broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Jumpin', them boys up to something. I think I need some Robitussin. Way too many questions, you must think I trust you. You searching for answers, I do not know nothing.
What's up, y'all? We are here at AfterBuzz TV. We are loving hip-hop Hollywood. I'm your girl, Courtney Stewart. I'm filling in for our boy, DJ Jesse J, y'all.
Jesse J!
Y'all send out all the positive vibes and good energies to our boy Jesse. He has some stuff he had to deal with, but he will be back next week, so we don't want to hear no nonsense in y'all comments about what we got going on up in here. Y'all just send the positive energy to Jesse because he couldn't be here today. All right, but joining me on the panel, as usual, is on the end there we got Mr. Stephon Wallace. I am more fire.
Y'all already know.
And my girl and your girl Trinae in the middle. Still twerking up. All right, so we got to jump right into this episode.
It was crazy.
That's why we got to jump in.
We gonna jump in. We jump right into the episode. Right at the top of the episode, we got y'all girl Princess.
I'm packing these things.
She's packing it up.
And I'm leaving the home I share with Ray.
They leaving the home they share. She had a cute dog, and she packed all her stuff up. It fit all in one box truck, and it drove off. So I'm assuming she didn't own none of that furniture. It was just her clothes.
Obey your thirst.
And some shoes.
About to get this tea going right quick.
See, the thing about it is, ladies, is when you move out, you move on to better things. You know, you gotta get to stepping.
You hope.
And I was hoping that Ray was gonna pop out and be like,
"What you doing,
my baby? Please don't leave me." But he did it.
But he did it. So he obviously don't care. And I'm actually surprised she stuck with it after breaking up with him last week in Miami. I didn't think she was gonna come back and do it. I thought she was gonna be sitting on the couch talking about, "You never let me out the house. I love you.
I love you."
She leading by example.
Yes, I was proud of her.
We are proud of you, Princess. I mean, it's most of the women that we've seen kind of jumping back and forth. They don't.
They say they're gonna jump.
They say they're gonna jump.
They're gonna say it, but they don't actually jump.
And then they don't.
They don't ever jump.
They need Joe Clark. You smoke crack, don't you? Then jump.
For all my babies that I miss.
All right, so we're real glad, Princess, you stepped up to the plate and you jumped right up out that house. Speaking of houses, y'all, next up we had Miss Hazel and her new crib. She's in the hills.
House in the
I just had to
hills.
stunt on you. Never once have I had to stunt on my friends.
I mean, but what does Hazel do? Is that not an Airbnb? Because
that could be.
My assumption was, how she was getting it in with Kat, even though that's not like the storyline she got going on right now. Like that's Kat's house. Maybe that's Cat Williams' house.
It could be Cat Williams.
She done moved up in with him.
You know what?
He could have put away some money.
Cat got a little cash.
But he had to beat a couple cases, though.
Well, that doesn't matter because she up in the house now. She invites Tiara over.
Yeah,
she fills Tiara in on the, I got thrown in the face with, what's his name, Jason, that we don't like and don't care about.
Jason Lee.
But
Messy man.
Messy man who Tiara knows is messy. But the most shocking revelation for me, being that this episode is called The Revelation, is that apparently somebody in Dubai is about to pay Hazel.
I know.
Come
that's
out.
Crazy.
But y'all know, I think she got that LA bug right now.
She a host.
You know how in the industry, because y'all are in the industry, you run into people out here that's like, yo, so I just met with these billionaires, you know what I'm saying? And, next week, I'm getting that $250 million deal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to believe it until I see the cameras in Dubai shooting.
Yes.
You nigga, you are a barista at Starbucks.
Yeah,
like,
So, Mona, if you're going to, shoot her in Dubai,
we
then maybe
know.
we believe it. But at the end of the day, no, we don't believe it. Because that's like me saying, oh, Stephon, I'm about to be up in Montreal next week with, OBO and all of them.
Which, I mean, could happen, but it just sounds...
You don't buy
sounds like a stretch for Hazel.
You're not buying it.
And shout out to my baristas at Starbucks. Y'all doing an
Y'all
amazing
doing a great job.
I don't want to down anybody.
My question was she going to be a rapper? Like, what's she going for?
She going to host a club.
I don't know how she doing anything when she say, I got to tell you about these moves I'm finna make.
And I'm
People ain't said
coin.
finna make. They don't. Do we even say that anymore? Even the most ghetto people.
No, you say no. I guess not.
You still say I'm about to at least. You just cut the A.
We just forgot about the finna part. Well, she living in the past.
And she was looking bomb though, so she moving up. You know, edges looking good, but let's just say
makeup
that
was a little
rough on the out when they got outdoors.
Yeah, when you could see it in the sunlight, you were like, oh, Hazel.
You like, oh, y'all outdoors now.
It's a little bit too HD for that.
And that wig that Tiara had on, that red and orange hair, that got to go, boo boo. We don't like that.
We're not into it.
I'm just so glad. I can't wait for us to get to Tiara. So
we'll come back to Tiara because she has some more stories.
I've been holding.
You've been holding?
I've
been holding. I've been keeping my mouth quiet.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll come back to some more with Tiara, but first we gonna go to Miss Nikki, baby, and her girl Brandy. Apparently, Brandy feels like she's, the big sister to little Miss Nikki,
she
baby.
Always gotta be repping for everybody.
She reps for everybody.
You want a Brandy on your team, though.
I'm not gonna lie. I want Brandy on my team.
You want a Brandy on your team.
I be against Brandy.
Because when she got your back, it's like we could go to war right now.
Toe to toe, baby.
Yeah. So Nikki fills her in on her situations because she feel like maybe after they play RoboCop with Max, that now Brandy can help her with her situation.
Right.
Because Fizz, she had a situation.
She claiming him. She
claimed him. We're dating.
Yeah.
And mind you, they in Echo Park. They doing their little workout.
Stretching.
So for y'all that,
it just looked like Nikki was showing off.
Nikki was just laying there to show her butt.
She was like,
the curvature. But she basically lets us know she about to have a party. And because it's a good idea, she's going to re-invite the fool that just threw some drinks in somebody's face, Jason Lee, back to this party to hang out because she wants to talk to him.
Before you get into it, I love that. Can I just talk about Brandy?
Please talk about Brandy.
I love that Brandy's the type of girl that you come to her and say, yo, this dude threw a drink in my face, and automatically she's got disdain for this person. She's like, don't no man throw no drink in no woman's face.
Well, I mean, that's a real legitimate.
It is legit, but a lot of girls be like, oh, girl, Brandy's like, yo, let's go find this.
Right.
Let's go run up on this dude.
He threw a drink in my face.
It's like it was in her face.
Right. Like she
took it personal.
She that friend that if you was like, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me with blah, blah, blah. Oh, he cheated on me too. So we gonna key his garbage.
Yeah.
Yo, girls out there, if you can find you one, you need a Brandy on the team.
Yes. Well, right now, Brandy's obviously supporting and really looking to keep her team tight because she ain't doing so well with her man, which she made clear that they still not going so well. So she focused on her friends right now.
Like cats and dogs.
Yeah, he didn't even make the episode.
He didn't make the episode at all. And she don't seem worried about it at all. She doing all right.
She getting her coin.
She's trying to occupy her time.
Trying to occupy her time. Okay. Well, while they was kikiing in the park, we had... I'm sorry, I'm going to die. Mr. Miles, y'all, was shooting his first music video.
I'll be on my West Coast.
Yes.
Today was a good day.
Yes, it was.
I got the blue and the
I'm having a hard time.
And I'm having my hat on that say the West Coast. I got my bros from the 818 behind me.
I'm having a hard time.
And we out on shit.
Why are you having a hard time, Stephon?
Look, I need more tea.
Well, you can get you some more juice.
I'm having a hard time because
Why? You don't believe in it? Believe in
First off,
the game?
I don't buy any part of Miles. I feel like Miles is a complete fraud.
Complete?
Start to finish.
Entire fraud?
Yes.
Oh.
I think he's very selfish. I think he's almost this wolf in sheep's clothing because he's a narcissist.
Yes.
But it's buried under these layers of, I am just Miles, I'm struggling. There's a lot going on. I have all these decisions to make. Nigga, everybody got a lot of decisions to make.
Yes.
Everybody got a lot of things going on. This is called life as an adult.
Yes.
Period.
Scratch his head.
Then you go and you doing a video.
Doing a video.
I gotta
With his
say,
5 homies and they gold
you got
cups.
5 dudes.
With their gold cups. Not red cups.
Gold cup.
They had gold cups, y'all.
He was like, we
You blinging the cups out.
style, so.
But you rapping about like shooting dudes and riding on folks.
We ain't seen you do none of that.
And I'm like, yo,
I've
that's
only
not you, B.
You cry and run out the door. And
Like,
Right.
at least do an anthem like "Let Me See That Thong" or like something that
like
would like
that.
fit him.
Anything
Yes.
that's
But not like it's a little over the top and a little
like
over
bang
the
bang,
edge.
we banging out
Yeah.
here. You are not him.
Never seen you do
No, but
Stop.
in recognition of who he really is, we see him try to get in touch with his boo thing, Milan,
getting his
who was
brand
supermodeling
popping.
on. What was he doing on the beach?
it was some kind of
Modeling, or
modeling,
I don't know.
beach
But
modeling.
obviously, Milan ain't trying to holler at you because he ignored them phone calls. But then at the same time, he decides, all right, we gonna need to make this couples therapy happen with Amber.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna call you
Finally.
up.
I do want to say about Milan. Milan's he always is getting his paper somehow. He either producing something or he owns something. He taking pictures for something, and
He got that chocolate
He had an
skin.
assistant bring him his phone.
Yes, and showed him the phone, and he was like,
next.
he was like, yeah, I don't need to talk.
He
to
brought it
that.
all the way over
Yes.
20 feet so that he could press decline.
Decline
Thank you.
and
Right.
put that down.
Thank
Go
We
you.
get
ain't
coffee
talking to
now.
that right now.
Return, boy.
Scoot, we busy.
Next thing you know, we're gonna see him delivering papers and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that. He gonna have an office somewhere
Shoot.
downtown in the
Hey.
next episode.
Milan got interns. Y'all playing games. Miles, you might have messed
Doing
up.
it big. Miles definitely might have messed up, but he does not want to mess up how he breaks the news to Amber. So he
Right.
calls, lets her know couple therapy is going down, which sucks because that just got her hopes up. Like, you
Yes.
want to do therapy?
Finally,
Okay, great.
it's about damn time.
It's
baby.
about damn time. And then it opens right up to her at lunch with her sister Angel talking about what's going on and
Yeah.
how they going to therapy. And her sister like, well, honey, you need to look a little closer at
Open your
what's
eyes.
going on. Because no, everybody cannot possibly be blind to what's really happening with
Yeah.
them.
Now, my
Yeah.
thing is, they was playing Barbies. So y'all was playing Barbies. She said he made me into his own Barbie doll, and I made him
And my
into my
Ken.
Ken doll. So you guys are playing Barbies. Is that what we're doing now?
Yes.
That's what we're doing for bonding.
That's
and
how we
games?
know we real and we meant to be because he's my Ken and I'm his Barbie.
I feel like that's something he gamed her with back in the day.
He was like,
You know what I'm saying?
So he could see her
Yo, you
stuff.
my
Like,
Barbie girl.
I'm gonna take off this for my
I'm your
Barbie. I want to
Ken.
see yours.
Because he's a narcissist and he's always thinking about himself. He believes he's the Ken. He's the perfect male figure. I don't
Perfect.
like Miles. Does it sound like I don't like Miles? I got an issue. It ain't that I don't like him, but I got
You
an
don't
issue.
like him. You got an
it's
issue.
like he playing on this whole facade, and she's falling for it. So it's time for her to put those big girl panties on and prepare for what Miles is about to give her.
Miles
And
is
listen to
about
your
to
sister.
drop.
Anytime you need anal beads with your man when y'all are having sex, you need to start
to
questioning
think a little
things.
bit. Think a little bit.
You know,
A little more.
It-
A little more.
thank you, sir.
Think a little harder.
Also, think a little harder on his nose ring. I don't know what this trend is with this nose loop.
Piercing
I don't like
is
it.
ugly.
Why
The loop
is that
hoop?
in right
What
now?
is that?
Septum piercing.
Oh, the septum.
Yeah.
First, it was a little Indian piercing in the middle of your forehead. Now
I don't
it's
know.
septum
Everybody's on the
piercing.
septum.
It's
Are we trying to
ugly.
get back to some sort of roots here?
I don't know. I'm just not
guess.
vibing on it at all, and I would prefer if they would stop. But
Please.
speaking of
trends?
not,
Especially if you ain't cute. All right, go ahead.
oh,
Because it's like if you cute, it might.
no, I think it ruins
still
it
don't
when
work.
you're cute
Yeah.
because like April's real cute, and I
Yeah,
don't like
it
it at
still don't
all
work.
on her.
It
It
still don't
makes
work.
her look really dirty
Oh.
and trashy. Like she don't need all that.
Damn. Well, there you go. All right. Dirty, trashy, but ain't got no money. Willie and Shanda trying to work it out, y'all.
Lord.
They trying to work it out real hard. So Willie met up with his former manager, who's now an executive at a distribution company. His name is Screwface.
Yeah.
Screwface apparently can do something for him because apparently it's much worse than he let on last
Right,
week.
right.
He trying to tell Shonda, oh, it's going to be fine. I'm going to get that money. I'm going to get that money. And apparently
Yeah.
he ain't getting nothing and ain't
No.
got nothing, which is what we thought to begin with. Anyway.
He out here
Well, he got
hustling,
$250,000, but it sounds like they burned through that already.
Well, they said he burned through it for the album, and then it's dried up.
Yeah.
So you ran out of your budget. You came out here with
Not
6 weeks worth of money. Apparently not 6 months.
Right.
He's trying to prevent his wife from jumping on the pole again.
I don't think he checked LA prices when
He didn't check nothing. Apparently, that was not proper preparation.
They was like, okay, baby, pack your bags. We going to LA.
we gonna do this.
We gonna do this. We gonna do this.
Did he just
but
text me? Did he just text me?
Screwface basically said we ain't doing nothing until you get out this contract with Harry. I
Yeah.
believe it is Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
AKA Jerry from Straight Out the Compton. I just don't trust these music labels.
You can't.
you got no choice. And right now he ain't got no choice because he can't do nothing either way. So he decides he gonna figure it out. And then we get back to the party that's going down with Miss Nikki, baby. She's getting her makeup done. It's for she's the face of Beauty Bar for the evening. And
Lord.
Jason Lee rolls in with Kamaya. What the why?
That was random.
Because he got to keep the he stay messy.
Why? He always got to have somebody trolling behind him.
Well, he messed up with trolling because he rolled up in there and came for Brandy real quick and called her a chihuahua, and she wasn't having
Because
it.
she's a
SpongeBob
pit
on
bull.
steroids.
She is a pit bull. You might have
She
should
ain't
have
a
called her a pit
chihuahua.
bull.
She's a pit.
Call her a Rottweiler.
They sure was
Call me
making
no
up
damn chihuahua.
a lot of nicknames in this episode.
Yes.
Fluffy Marshmallow Boy.
SpongeBob on steroids is what she called him. and
I feel like
appreciated
they
that.
gonna lose their spots in Hollywood. Kamaya and Jason Lee, y'all not gonna.
Well, they just I think they're trying to flare for the moment just
get
to see
as
what
much
they
camera
can.
time as they can for the minute.
Because
stupid.
there's no reason to even bring her,
Not at all.
So she's still trying to, kind of get a name or whatever. I talked to the little photographer that shot her when she was doing her photo shoot, and he was like, "Yeah, Kamaya's doing her thing." I was like, "What thing is that
exactly?
What
So she's a model and just trying to get some more modeling gigs from being on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Is that what we're doing?
I mean, we gotta at some point we're going to have to separate women who actually get paid to model from Instagram females.
So she's an Instagram female.
That's what I that's my personal opinion.
Bookings at Kamaya at gmail.com.
which means you don't have any agents for us to contact.
Like, if you
Well,
want to
how do we find you? How do
we find you? Oh, at your Gmail account? Oh,
you know
okay,
my
it's like
manager,
that.
Jason Lee. He's doubling as
Yeah.
Jason Lee's doubling
And
as
he was
the
like, I'm
manager.
gonna kill you online.
Where's your
website?
Where? And then he started throwing out the whole appetizer thing again with Kamaya and saying Nikki was also an appetizer.
Yeah.
And of course, Brandy wasn't having it. She was like, this Nikki baby, not this Nikki baby. She ain't no appetizer. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
stand for your girl. Stand for your
That's a
girl.
big
You gotta love Brandy because Jason walked in to what he thought might have been a cordial situation. He did try to shake hands,
I mean, he
She-
was kind of stank as soon as he walked in.
but he just moved stank. He just got a stank.
That's true. That's
He
true. I
can't
give you
change.
that.
He's he got snake in him.
He got snake all over him.
He's
So he
messy.
tried to shake hands. She's a boss.
Yes.
If she don't like you, there's no questions. She was like,
I'm not dealing with you. I'm too
Straight
fabulous
up.
for all
Yes.
this.
and her first words to him was something like, what'd she say to him about a real man don't
Real men don't throw
drinks in-
on women or
in
whatever.
women's
Then
faces.
that's
She
when he
called
jumped on
him she called him something that I thought was hurtful. It was great.
He
I
jumped
forgot.
back with the Chihuahua comment. And that's
He's
when it
always
all went
running around
south.
like a little biatch.
Oh,
Even when she threw her water on him, did you see her?
Yeah.
She threw her water and was there.
And just she didn't like throwing
She didn't run.
She
It
was
wasn't
like, do
I'm
something.
here.
Now what?
Do something.
Now what? You wet?
Do
Now
something.
what?
And he walked away.
Of course.
He runs away from the scene all the time. It's
Well-
like, if you're a blogger, you need to sit there and you need to take notes. You need to be quoting people.
Yeah.
Because you was like, my freaking audience is, they're going to really love this. Well, if you running away from the scene, how you go remember what to write?
Well,
you always running.
It's better that way.
And
He
you
can't
always
kill
getting
them
splashed.
online. Anything that they're doing on the show was worse than anything he could say on his
I know.
blog that nobody reads. Anyway, moving on. So ladies end up in the spa. We find April, Nia, Shanda, and Princess all up in the hot tub together chatting it up
They
about
is
what's going on.
messy.
Who is April friends with? Like, who
she's
is her
friends
friend?
with everyone.
Yeah, she's kind of she's Switzerland.
Neutral.
She's swinging
I just
around.
want to say, that was the sexy, like, African American woman spa. I felt like
You felt like it was the Tikkun holistic spa, which I'm personally not familiar with, which is why I wrote it down.
Everybody was. They came correct for spa day.
You felt good for that. That worked
I was like, this is nice with the steam coming off.
Oh, you like the
Nobody's
steam?
edges.
Okay.
Everybody's edges were tagged and everything. Makeup wasn't dripping.
Sisters had it together for the spa. Let me tell you.
Sure. It was like, okay, scene 5. That's enough. Blow dryers.
Let me get right for the spa.
We
Girl, you know we're doing the spa
right
scene.
kind of pomade on our edges so we keep it smooth. But anyway, so we find out that what's her name? Princess is gonna throw this party, or she's gonna be at a day party, and she's gonna invite Tiara, and they gonna figure stuff out. And April's like,
that ain't gonna work.
And then Nia was like, I should do the same thing as Princess.
We're like, Nia, shut up.
She left Ranger. I need to be jumping on the same bandwagon, but I'm too scared.
But it's funny because her comment is literally, we need to either get this right between me and Soulja Boy, or I'm gonna get out. No, you've been trying to get it right, girl, for like 12 years. Get out. Get out. Get gone. Princess did it. You can do it too. Like Princess should be the new motto.
But it's funny because Princess always needs a crew to back her up. Because if she was really, if Tiara was really her friend, she would have invited her over for a cup of tea, and they would have sat down like some real women. But instead, she wanted to take it to some high school stuff and have
she knows they're not real friends now because she already shared her business. So.
And also, I think it's got something to do with the way Mona produces. It's always like, the Get Along gang has to show up all together.
Yes, because everybody's got to get their camera time.
Right.
And nobody else has anything going on, so we need to show them. Speaking of camera time, then we get a random insert of Miles going to church and praying. That's all we're going to say about that. Moving on. Because I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel about it.
The Greater Linwood A&E full gospel.
It seems real wrong. Like, I was done. Like, really? Why we got a slow walk through the church? Empty church. Sit down with the music playing, reading, looking through the Bible.
Dramatic slow-mo.
Bye. I'm done. Okay, back to Shanda and Willie. So
he needs to find another wife because she too much stress.
No,
and she need to be working instead of being messy with her friends. You notice that she's everywhere where the messiness is at. Like,
but she ain't getting involved in it though.
Get her checks.
But she always there.
At least she's not on the pole.
Because she could be on the pole.
But she's stressing Willie out. He's really out here trying.
But wasn't she? She was super sweet in the car.
She was sweet. She apologized for being so harsh with him last week.
She actually communicates too.
She communicated,
to be in like an urban relationship, which that doesn't happen anymore. Communication just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We don't communicate well.
Oh.
So we got to work on it. But she was doing a good job.
She did a good job of communicating what she's uncomfortable with. I was upset when he was like, if you want to go get a regular job, and she was like, I'm not that kind of girl. I was like, Shanda, girl.
Yeah,
so
that's
what
tough.
do you start a business then? Like
barista at Starbucks.
You out here.
Shout out to the baristas.
Shout out to the baristas. You out here with your friends. You could be doing a business surrounded around your friends. Exactly. Make use of your time instead of just doing too much. Like,
you know what it is? It comes down to this question: what's your background in?
What can she do?
And she only knows.
She knows what she can do,
right?
And how she's
can confident
get that
in the pole.
She's confident,
she's so
but
confident.
Off the pole, she's like,
I'm down for the cause, baby. Like, you could be doing something else. You're so pretty.
But in her defense, I do understand why she's tripping about the money even more, because he seems like he's a half-truth kind of brother. He's like, oh, it's gonna be fine because he gonna work it out, and maybe he will work it out. But there's the possibility that you're not. And when there are kids involved, like, I want to know what's really going on. Don't give me like half of what's going on. Just like when he's like, the deal could be going down, and it's
he don't tell the whole story.
That's not the whole story, brother. So
she's communicating well. He's not.
He's only giving a little bit because he don't want her to fly off the handle and go spin around a pole. Which is
what happens when you start marrying.
Well, but you married a stripper. You married a stripper.
No. So I was thinking about that because I might be confused. I felt like she said he asked her, and they discussed her stripping prior to her stripping for them, like to help them out. And he was like, back then I asked you, it was okay.
Nowadays.
Now I'm like, I don't want you to go back to that. I wouldn't put you through that again. So it's kind of like she hit the pole for them on it, like they communicated about it.
Because that is true. They were together when they were young.
Yeah.
So
I think they
you're right.
had a talk. So she just ain't, a regular stripper. She's like a down wife.
So we've learned in the course of Love and Hip Hop that a real man won't send his girl to jail.
No.
But will a real man ask you to strip for him?
Hell
for
no.
money?
I don't know. I don't want to say
Should
hell
we be
no. That was
worried
strong.
about that?
So it's like, so the thing is, I want to buy more Prada, and I want us to really be able to afford the house. So, okay, I could either be a barista, I could either be a stripper. Which one do you think I should be, Willie?
And you gonna say stripper?
Which one?
Well, if she probably hit him with, baby, I'm making like $1,500 in a weekend.
So then
Minimum.
you already did it, so you know. So I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know what.
I feel like he
We're
found
making this
her
up right now. This is all
we don't know.
Hypotheticals.
hypotheticals.
If
And
you
how that
think,
worked
Alleged.
out.
comment.
Let me know in the comments. Is a real man gonna ask his girl to go be stripping?
I can't. I
Stefan
deem
would
myself
not.
as a real man. I can't do it.
I feel like she was already a stripper, and
Or she at least had to have tendencies.
Right.
How do you
He
have
was like,
stripper tendencies? Actually,
Like she.
it's like you went to.
make that
Do
ass
they have
clap.
amateur night at the club?
They do.
There's amateur night at the strip club.
Don't ask me how I know.
Okay,
but I
so
do
there
know.
is amateur night. So she might have had a turn on the pole. Okay.
I got a
girl.
crazy story about him. What I was gonna say about not amateur night, because I'm not talking about amateur night. I don't know. Do they
You
have
can
that?
find him at amateur night at the local strip club every other Tuesday.
There is absolutely no. Okay, so when you think about music, and it's like, Jesse, you ain't hear Jesse.
I know.
When you think about music, if Harry and his friends
Harry got some people.
put in a quarter of a million dollars,
That's $250,000.
and the way it sounds like is Willie has an album that's done.
It's done. That's what it sounds
Complete.
like. It's been
Does he
shelved.
own that? He can't. He don't own the rights.
Willie don't own nothing.
it looks like.
So Willie like, yo, they want me to take this
Harry.
album over here, and
Like,
I'm Harry. I'm like,
he didn't
That's
use the
the
right
point.
words.
I'm like, excuse me, this is all I have.
You,
right.
you lead with,
You know what I'm saying?
I have $500,000 to pay you to take my album.
yeah.
Because
Right.
otherwise there's no
Right.
reason for them to even entertain your nonsense.
Right.
Which is what you're
Right.
supposed to say to Screwface.
Cut it.
Screwface, come up with the money.
You got some money?
Buy me out out the deal.
And we'll be good to go. But, and even Harry, moving on a little forward, Harry heard him singing. We heard Willie singing, y'all. He
Willie
sounded
can
real
sing,
good,
boy.
y'all.
Willie can
He was
sing.
doing it. I was like, okay, where that album? But anyway, so Harry came by, hang out, thinking like we
Yeah.
gonna chat, what we gonna put together for a plan.
Right.
And Willie launches in like, yo, I need to get out. And Harry was like, I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
I know.
And I kind
He
of
kept
felt
calm,
like
though.
he was real calm, but he was calm in that like, Negro, I will kill you kind
Yeah.
of way. Like,
Like, ain't no
creepy
way
type
it was a
in
little
hell
uncomfortable. It
we
was a
letting
little
you out of this
uncomfortable.
deal.
Right.
Yes.
It's like
We
slavery.
spend our money.
So, and I will say that it sounded like Willie just seemed really caught up in like he was saying, don't let your family situation get in the way.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't thinking straight, brother, because you're thinking about your
Sure.
wife on a new purse and you need to be able to pay your rent for your kids.
Right.
And
He
that's not how you
shoulda
can think
never,
about it.
Ever brought it up like that.
There's exactly. I think
That's
there's a
not
way
a
that you
good
can say it.
way.
I would say like, I may need a little bit more, or can you cut a second check?
Can we work something out that I can start doing some live performances, like signed under like a management team that can get me booked on performances so I can make some money before the album comes out? Like,
Which is a reflection of Willie's lack of ability to communicate.
yeah.
You don't have a meeting with the head of the label. Like, oh, hold that track.
I know, so
Yeah,
awkward.
so let's have a real business meeting.
That's
Hold on,
right.
dog.
Like, let me let you know I need to get out of this. So, good luck, Willie. It
Are
don't
you
seem
kidding?
like you're gonna be. So this is looking like Shonda's about to be on the pole in like 2 days. Like 2
Yeah,
days.
they might move back to Chicago without him.
with her on the pole
On the
in
pole.
With her on
Chicago
the pole in
because she gonna need to pay to get back to Chicago. Once she get there, she gonna need to be able to live. So I'm gonna guess she gonna go back to Club Cheetah on the south side.
Cheetah on the south side.
And I made that up. I don't know.
There's like a million cheetahs. That's a good shot. That's
Onyx.
Club
That's a
Cheetah's
good
kinda
shot.
everywhere, so I'm sure. But so we'll see what happens with that next week.
Or
So
if she's so scared of, being seen in LA, she could always go outside of LA, and start stripping.
Carson.
if she wants to.
Where's she
Where
gonna
you know?
go?
Where else
I'm not.
We're trying to find some other
I'm just
cities.
saying
We
she
trying to
could
see
like
where.
she could always go to like
Go to, like,
Victorville or
Garden
something.
Grove.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. These chicks be
Palm
making that.
You could drive to Vegas every weekend.
I was just gonna say.
and make enough money that
These
you would
chicks be making that
fine.
weekend trip to Vegas work.
I know a few of them that drive out every weekend and come back with enough money for their week.
I got a
and they
story
good.
about that too.
Oh,
So
we
they should
bet
have
We keep
Mona
those.
should have her like drive off.
That's the after
That'd be
buzz
the
stories.
real Love and Hip Hop. Can we get
Yes.
really what they about to do? Like,
Yes.
let's follow her to the strip clubs on the weekend. Like, let's do this for real and stop making up ish. Okay, moving on. So they sang in. Let's go back to the day party.
Yeah.
So Princess has her day party in her white dress and her red stilettos, and Tiara and her girl Moniece roll up, start chatting.
Which
they basically
you gotta
go
have.
right
You
in.
gotta keep you a pit bull with you.
Yo, and Moniece's pitbull
She-
numero uno just because she was there first.
She was there first.
And she snatched a bitch in a way that I ain't never seen a bitch snatched in my life.
through the water.
She's got one of the most memorable.
Like, it was so quick
Moments.
and so clean. It was just like and down. So anyway, so
love
they
the
show up
rhythm
to the
of it.
party. They start chatting. And even, Princess goes in immediately like,
She starts crying
"You ain't shit.
immediately.
You ain't a real friend."
Which is
Tiara's
all true,
like,
all
yeah,
true.
Called her fat ass.
But
Well,
okay, so that's my burning Roman. Stefan is on fire over here. More fire, you can find me.
Oh,
anywhere.
Lord have mercy.
I am more fire. I've been saying this about Tiara since the season started.
Yes.
We live in LA. This is love and hip hop
Yes.
in
LA.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not Atlanta, where you could be a little thicker here and there, maybe a little muffin top here and there. Not New York, where even New York is a little strict
Yeah.
on dietary consumption.
Dietary consumption.
Aesthetically, Tiara just didn't look like, from last season to now, she put in any type of work.
Well, see, that I will say that I was surprised because last season, I will not call her fat, but last season I was like, oh, she's a little thick compared to
little
what I
thick.
knew of Tiara Marie.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So that was just,
Smaller.
and she's a small girl anyway, so it could take like 10 pounds and she'd be another person. But then came to this season, usually what happens is the girls get their weaves extra tight for the second season, they get a makeup artist to get them right, and they lose weight. So I was actually surprised, but slightly impressed that she didn't do all that to herself. She was
What you say?
like, well, I'm saying it just like, yo, it's me, and this is who I am, and I'm not gonna let the pressure of all this, because I
Well,
still am on the show. I'm
then
still starring on the
earned
show.
the right to be called fat ass, sloppy.
But she's not
you fucked
fat
all
and
his friends.
sloppy.
You a hippo. You an elephant. She hit her with.
all.
She's not fat and sloppy. She's fat and sloppy. L.A.
She's fat, but I mean, technically, you could say Princess is fat and sloppy for LA because she's
But Princess
thick.
is thick in the right
but
areas.
she has
though.
shape more than Tiara does because Tiara's
Right.
a little fluffier. in the
Yeah,
neck
See,
and all that.
see,
Fluff.
neck fluff,
Okay.
chins.
But I'm just saying,
cheeks.
but for LA, Moniece and April are probably the only ones that are properly fit for LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
In
rest of them get
reality.
everything kind of made
moved
up.
around and made
Yeah.
up. So,
But Tiara, I mean, she gonna have to jog a little bit. Runyon Canyon,
I mean,
we can't
she
get her.
obviously jogging. You saw her legs, and I'm short. Her legs are tight. Wow. Y'all ain't giving her no.
VH1 is known for the Hall of Famers for spitting because
Gross.
then we have Tiara
Gross.
spits on Princess.
So you giving the flashback to Flavor of Love?
Yes. So
Gross. Spitting is never ever.
that's
ever.
not okay.
She had to do something because if
Slap her, don't spit. Spitting
yeah, but
is
you can't
like-
get to her. You saw everybody was in the middle. She already got socked in the face.
She got socked in the
Let's
face once,
just say it
and they
straight
got
up.
pulled
Purse.
apart. I'm a shout out to. I wish I remember your name from the comments. And like 2 weeks ago, they said they would love to see a reality show of all the people that are like have to pull the girls apart.
Oh, yeah.
And like what I think that would be hilarious.
Like the,
because all
the Steve from
it took like 8 dudes to
Yeah.
separate that
tired of
situation
this.
going on.
they do their confessional book.
Exactly.
it's like her weave fell out. I had to
That
pick
bitch
up
is
her
stronger
weave
than y'all
and put it
think.
on top of her.
Right.
She little,
That
but she's
would
strong.
be hilarious. But so Princess is still like super emotional. Like she really thought this bitch was her friend.
Yeah.
Everybody in LA is your
Well,
friend.
She's allowed Ray J to play with her head like for years.
Yeah,
She's not the sharpest pencil in the box.
And then Tiara called her out for that, saying, "Girl, you gotta brighten up in the head." I was like,
that was a good shot. I hate the way Tiara starts trying to teach and preach.
Well,
woman, let me teach you something. Like it's a Betty Wright song. She's about to start opening up and woman.
She's like, I told you once. I told you twice.
Tiara, you big enough to do a Betty Wright song. She should do a Betty Wright track.
She is not that big. Oh my God.
And if I have anybody else and try to sound intelligent and use at the end of the day, like as many times as Tiara does. So, because at the end of the day, girl, at the end of the day, this is, girl, you should have known that at the end of the day, yo, you can't use that same stupid ass statement 100 times and think you made sense.
Well,
what happens at the end of the day? We go to sleep.
At the end of the day, she gonna be who she gonna be, and she don't give a fuck about what you think. Or what princess
stop talking
think.
to me.
Or
go
what
away.
Think.
At the end of the day, they both dick whipped by Ray J.
Which is gross, and we'll find out more about that next week because obviously Ray and Tiara get into it. But anyway, we're gonna close it up.
At the end of the day, Ray, you a liar. At the end of the day,
Ricky Lake, aka counseling. It was like a Ricky Lake episode.
What was the lady's name? Linda something? Or
Her name.
She's a licensed psychotherapist.
Why?
I like they went with the psychotherapist because we got to get deep into
your psycho.
This dude Miles, or if that's your real name. I don't trust Miles.
You don't even think it's his real name?
I don't know who this dude is. He don't know who he is anymore.
Well, he admitted that in the session. He was like, I've had these feelings since I was really young, and I felt like I loved my best friend, but then I liked boys, and I didn't really know what to say to my family.
And I love that she's a licensed psychotherapist, and she goes, so you've been living a double life. Straight up.
Hey, that was a smart observation.
Boom, right away. You ain't got to say no more.
No, I was tripping that he was like, and now I'm in a relationship with Milan. He's my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Milan threw you out the house last week, and y'all ain't nothing right now. So,
do you think that he's doing all this now because he's under pressure? He ain't got no home.
Well, yeah.
So he's like, I gotta come out real quick so I can have a roof over my head.
Yeah, he gotta get real fast. So I think
he stretched it too long. He should have come out like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
It's
been too much.
Yeah.
Well, they had to make it because obviously with the PSA that we then got at the end of the episode Out in Hip Hop at VH1.com, that they wanted to make this like a big theme of discussion, so it had to be stretched out as long as it possibly could be.
Which I don't want to.
You don't want to have that discussion.
Because now your favorite rappers are going to start coming out.
Well, if you have a friend that needs to come out in there in hip hop, they can go to that website, outinhiphop.com.
Yeah.
Figure out how to come out.
I just think it's going to be the same way it is in sports. You know, we had Michael Sam, who is allegedly the first homosexual to come out in the NFL.
Yes. Is he still in the NFL?
Nope.
Not out, right? Yeah.
Right. And I felt like it was a whole. I said this from the beginning. I don't mind that you're gay, but I feel like it's a whole play because you're a subpar athlete. And you need the publicity to kind of push you through to help you, just to play on the same level as these guys. If he was like a beast, nobody would care
if he's gay or not.
But because you're not,
you got to make play out.
And then now that didn't start. He did the whole. They might as well have said outinNFL.com. But ain't nobody else came out.
Nobody cared.
No.
Nobody else came out. Miles,
in the end, we're
not coming out because of Miles. You gotta be like Drake and come out. And then dudes would be like, well, if Drake did it, I think I could.
You don't think the guys are looking at I Be On My West Coast video thinking, I can be cool like that too, and I can come out and it's okay? No.
I think with what was his name, who Novocaine?
Frank Ocean.
I think what Frank did was really dope, and I think that helped a lot of people. But we didn't need a PSA for Frank.
Support from,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And everyone forgot that Frank Ocean is gay.
Because it's about
almost immediately.
Music, not about
nobody cares.
We were like, oh, okay. All right, so back to that song.
Nobody is going to forget about Miles because we got Amber coming out her ride, fixing her ponytail, thinking she's about to go rectify her relationship so she can get on that marriage train immediately.
So she thought she was going in to get married.
And then, of course, that's the end of the episode. So we built this shit up the whole damn episode. And then they were like, wait till next week when you find out whatever we're going to find out, because we're going to go into predictions right now.
She's like, "Come, Mama! Mama, no!"
I'm sorry, that was really emotional for me to watch.
Really?
'Cause if a girl in all her good clothes will lay out on a sidewalk in Los Angeles, California, with her face on the sidewalk, she was hurting.
She was hurt.
Face beat.
She was hurting. Either she was hurting or that was a real good job acting.
Good job of acting.
But maybe they kept enough of it secret with Mona, because Mona was like, "Girl, I think he might be about to propose," and so she rolled up in there like,
Oh, Lord, don't gas her up like this.
And then she gets this news.
And was that her sister was chasing her down?
I don't know who was. It had to be like
somebody's auntie.
Well,
Get back here, Amber.
yep. So
Amber, no.
next week, Amber gonna fall out on the sidewalk, y'all, sobbing and beating her face into the ground, and then Soulja Boy gonna yell at Nia like she ain't nothing but a piece of shit. But that's not news.
She's like,
Amber, you're doing so much better being away from this dude.
Get
if
away
you could
from
get
him.
away from
But
him.
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
she
but
gotta
I
work
mean,
through the heartbreak.
We all had our heart broken. We all
That's
have grown
huge
through it.
That's a
heartbreak,
different
though.
heartbreak.
That's
Really?
That's not like direct, because that's like, it's one thing when you know somebody and it don't work out. But this is like not knowing the person that wasn't just your person that you were dating. Like, y'all was supposed to be homies. Like, y'all were supposed to be friends.
Y'all supposed to get married.
Yes. He's been raising your child for the last 12 years or however long it's been.
Which
so.
he immediately said I had the same sex attraction since I was young.
A kid, yeah.
So what was that?
I'm like,
high
Doug,
school
you
He
knew
didn't
this
know
just
what to
whole
do.
time?
He didn't know
But
what
then
to
you messed the
do.
girl like you could have.
And you see his mama in the scenes from next week, like, boy, you know what? We got faith and religion and
Yeah,
what?
she said so. It's just fuck God.
Yes,
I was
that
like,
was
uh-oh.
harsh. So he knew what he was up
Uh-oh.
against, even though we totally don't buy into the story. Like, if that's really how your mama would react, then that's
But
rough.
low key, he's 30 something. At some point, you got to be a man about what you're doing. I'm grown, you grown. Every week, I love my mama. My mama probably watching. Sorry, I keep dropping F-bomb, Mom. Sorry. But I'm grown.
I feel you. And so he being grown on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, y'all.
In front of all of us.
In front of all
wait.
of us, letting us know. So we'll have some more ratchet fights, some more yelling, some more cheating, and that's what the predictions will be
That's so
for
awesome.
next week.
That's
on
our
Love and
predictions for
Hip Hop.
every episode.
Some more fighting, some more cheating. But if you're wondering how you can reach us during the week, Stefan, where can all those ladies find your fire?
Yeah.
It's blazing. It's hot.
It's hot in here, y'all.
You must be
And
a
he want to share it with you.
I broke character. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at I Am More Fire.
Your girl Trinae is on Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet. Make sure you follow us at AfterBuzz TV. Check us out on iTunes. Download us. Make sure you're giving us some ratings and some comments. Keep your comments coming. We love it. We appreciate it. We will check y'all next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.